Hello again, and welcome back to week 2 of year 4 of the Religious Education Initiative. This is day 2. Today, for our selection from church tradition, we'll be looking at some of the hymns from the great feast of the church that we celebrate on September 14th, the Elevation of the Precious and Holy Cross. This feast commemorates both the finding of the cross by St. Helen and its recovery and return to Jerusalem in 627 after its seizure by the Persians a decade before. The Feast of the Cross is a strict fast and functions almost like a mini celebration of all the themes of Holy Week, all of them distilled into a single feast day here in the fall at the beginning of the new church year. So we'll start with a hymn from the Vesper service, the Doxastikon of the Kekregaria, about halfway through the service. Come, all you nations, let us reverence the blessed tree through which has come the eternal vindication. For he who deceived our forefather Adam by means of a tree is himself ensnared by the cross, and he falls headlong, tumbling down, who formerly held the royal masterwork in tyranny. By the blood of God, the venom of the serpent is washed away, and the curse is lifted of the just sentence by the unjust sentence on the righteous one who was condemned. For it was necessary to remedy tree by tree, and to put an end to the passions suffered by the condemned at the tree by the passion of the passionless one. And therefore, glory, O Christ the King, glory to the awesome plan for our salvation, by which you saved everyone, since you are good and you love humanity. And then from the first hymn of the Aposticha, also from the Vespers. Rejoice, life-bearing cross of the Lord, of true religion the invincible monument, the door to the blessed garden, support for those who believe, and the church's wall of defense all around. Corruption has vanished and is abolished because of you. Through you, the power that was death's has been swallowed up, and from earth have we been exalted to the heavens' heights. Panoply unassailable, opponent of demons all, the martyr's glory that truly adorns devoutest ascetic saints, the port of salvation, O all precious cross, bestowing great mercy on the world. Now, that last translation is a little bit trickier because it's written to it's written to match a tune, so some of the verbiage in the translation is for the sake of the meter. I'll sing it at the end after the readings. So, from the second hymn of the Orthros Kathismata, that's from the next morning, the day of the feast. The wood of your cross was merely planted, O Christ, and the foundations of death were shaken, O Lord. Hades had swallowed you eagerly, but with trembling it disgorged you. You have shown us your salvation, O Holy One, and we glorify you, Son of God. Have mercy on us. And then from Ode 5 of the Canon of the Feast, some selections. Tree of the cross, you are thrice blessed, for Jesus Christ, who is King and Lord, was crucified on you. Through you fallen is the one who by a tree deceived us, for he was lured by God, who in the flesh indeed was hung and nailed to you, and who grants to our souls his peace. Our adversaries, the powers from beneath the earth, tremble when they see the sign of the cross displayed in the air where they dwell. And the ranks of those who dwell in heaven, together with those born on earth, bow the knee before Christ, who grants peace to our souls. And then, finally, the fifth hymn from the ninth ode of the canon. We were continually plunged in our forefathers' darkness, O Lord our God. But through the cross today you have raised us up. Even as all of human nature was swept down by error uncontrollably, so the light of your cross lifted the entire human race. And therefore we, the believers, magnify the cross. So, this Feast of the Cross really is reveling in the unspeakable marvel that the tool by which God has saved us is not some bright heavenly sword, is not the blazing power of his divinity, but it is humility and suffering. He is used the very symbol and tool of torture and humiliation. There is no symbol more powerful of the brokenness and horror that humanity has brought upon ourselves in our sin and our hatred and our anger and our war and our violence against one another than the cross. And the Lord chooses this thing, which he has taken upon himself, which he has borne with us and for us, which he has endured, to which he has submitted himself. He uses this tool as the instrument of our salvation. And therefore, the one who deceived us is deceived. The one who trapped us is trapped. And as we were tempted by a tree, so the Lord uses a tree to overthrow and abolish the power of these passions over us. So, the cross is not just a symbol. It's not just a coincidental sign. It's not just because historically the Lord was crucified on the cross that therefore we use the cross as his symbol. It is a more perfect connection than that. The Lord dies on a cross on purpose to show that it is by this means, by humility, by obedience, by suffering together with him, that we become part of his glory, that we enter into the kingdom. So, and then I said I would sing the hymn that is written to a tune. I'll sing it, hopefully not so loud that it... a speaking voice and a singing voice are different, so bear with me. Rejoice, life-bearing cross of the Lord, of true religion, the invincible monument, the door to the blessed garden, support for those who believe, and the church's wall of defense all around. Corruption has vanished and is abolished because of you. Through you the power that was death's has been swallowed up, and from earth have we been exalted to the heavens' heights. Panoply, unassailable, opponent of demons all, the martyr's glory that truly adorns devoutest ascetic saints, the port of salvation, O precious cross, bestowing great mercy on the world. So, Chronia Pola to all who celebrate, and may the Lord protect us all and keep us in his love, and may we learn the lesson and take up the cross and follow the Lord and be saved by his mighty hand. So God bless you all. Amen. I'll see you shortly for day 3.